Welcome to the Third Rate Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host, Mike DC. And this show, Week 8, is brought to you by the Hoop Seller. Coming to the Mike DC Podcast on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. It's concentrated on the NBA and the Portland Trailblazers as the NBA season kicked off last night. All right, let's get down to some fantasy football. Week 8 coming up. But first, I want to talk about Week 7. I took my own third-rate advice. I picked up Jake Bobo. Bobo! And also picked up Darrell Henderson off of the waiver wire. And I got my first victory of the season. I'm 1-6. So my third-rate advice paid off for the last couple weeks. But if you're like me and in the cellar in a dynasty league, 12 teams deep, 25 to 30-man roster, you're hunting for guys right now to latch on for next season. So there are teams like the Tennessee Titans who are already going to bench, Tannehill's hurting. They made some trades already this week. And they're going to start Malik Willis and Will Levis. I'm horrible with names. And my first third-rate waiver wire in deep leagues is Andre Losevis out of the Cincinnati Bengals. He's a rookie out of Princeton. I picked him up today in hopes for next season. T. Higgins situations, you don't know what's going to happen with him. But also, there could be free agency. But if he plays well at the end of the season, you're going to see teams like the Raiders, the 1-5s, and the 2-5 teams try to get their rookies to play. And unlike Seattle, Bobo was off of an injury. I don't know if DK is going to be back or not. But I'm going to hang on to Bobo. I think he's special, and I think he's going to do well. He's a poor man, Puka Nuka. He's the poor man's Puka Nuka. Let's see. We have other guys out here. PJ Walker, probably going to start. I don't know. They're winning. That's an odd situation going on in Cleveland. Ray McLeod. Keyshawn Vaughn, I dropped him. He was one of my deep picks. But with Chase Edmonds coming back, he's probably going to lose some snaps to him. Cam Akers still hasn't really done so well in his debut in Minnesota. But Darrell Henderson, he knows the system in L.A., so he's probably a safe bet to get at least 50% of the snaps until the guys come off the IR in Los Angeles. So some available rookies, I'll just tell you right now, Emmanuel Wilson, you still kind of combine if you're in last place, second to last, third to last, and you're playing for next season. Emmanuel Wilson, a guy you might want to pick up and just to stash on your bench because it looks like H.A. Dillon and Aaron Jones, they're not playing so well. It doesn't seem there's a cohesive unit, and I believe if you're smart, you'd blow up that Green Bay Packers team. And let the rookies have a chance. And they got a lot of rookies, including 2 wideouts in Wicks and second-year Romeo Dobbs. Malik Heath is also a wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers. He might be another guy you want to latch on to just again for next season. But these are waiver wire picks. As soon as other people in your league might, the bottom 5 guys out of your 12 teams, they might want to start picking up guys for next season before the draft starts and try to get some draft capital. So now's a good time. Also looks like Samuel's going to be out for at least the next game. Debo for the 49ers, who the 49ers are really. Brock Purdy's come back to earth. And now they're wondering, should we trade for Trey Lance at the Halloween trade deadline? Wouldn't that be great if Trey Lance went back to the 49ers? Led them to the playoffs. But that, again, is third-rate advice. So that's my show for today. It's a week 8, and, go with your gut. Go with your first instinct. Say, yes, if someone's trying to trade you Justin Jefferson and you can get Garrett Wilson and 2 other guys maybe in a redraft, go for it. Because who knows when he's going to be back, and Addison seems to be playing well. All right, enjoy your week 8. Enjoy your Halloween weekend. And we'll see you next week here on the Third Rate Fantasy Football Podcast.